Welcome, I am Emir, and let's look back in hindsight. Not everything was thrown out the windows. Sorry, couldn't resist. Not everything was thrown out the window after the Longhorn reset. A lot made it into Vista. At least one appeared on 7. Today, we are talking about notifications, the vision from Longhorn, how it was implemented in pre-reset builds, and the Action Center in Windows 10. According to the Aero User Experience Guidelines, notifications could appear independently on the screen or next to a bar part in the sidebar. Unlike XP, notifications would be rectangular. In Hillel Cooperman's PDC 2003 demo, notifications had shiny glass. Notifications, that is just too damn long, I'll just call it notifs. Notifs could have an icon on the left side and a timer counting down to either 4 or 8 seconds. The length depends on how many lines a notif has. A Longhorn Days era director demo also shows a notif with a progress bar, instead of the traditional window. What is Longhorn Days? I already talked about that in another video. How notifs appear would depend on the program. For example, no notif would pop out if a program is running on full screen, and the notif sound would be muted. When an instant messaging application says a user is busy, notifs from that app would not show up on the screen, and the notif sound would be muted. When the active program window is maximized but not full screen, notifs would be displayed normally, and the notif sound plays at 50% volume. When music or video is playing, the notif would pop up normally but with no sound. The options menu would appear when a user hovers the cursor over the notif. It would display a short list of items that would allow users to tell Windows to stop displaying this notification, or to go to the Rules and Alerts control panel to customize a rule for similar notifications. Rules like the ones I mentioned earlier, when an app is running full screen or playing music. Notifications could include bold or italic text, text in different colors, ink or handwritten content, small images, and emoticons. A notification could be a hyperlink or could contain commands. For example, how to respond to an instant message. A notification could require an acknowledgement, which means the notification stays on the screen until the user acts on it. A rules engine, I guess powered by WinFS, since this next part is from the WinFS Aero User Experience Guidelines. Again, I talked about WinFS before. A rules engine would make it possible for users to create simple or complex rules to define how their system handles particular messages. For example, a user could create this rule. All emails from Christine containing the word urgent should be forwarded to this email address if I am away from my computer. Finally, Longhorn would include a history of received notifications for 7 days, which a user could review. This would include all notifications which did not appear on the screen or which did not play any sound. Well, that's the vision. But what about the implementation? But if you close your eyes? Nope, not today. I don't want to run that gag down the ground. This time, I took a look at build 4051, the PDC 2003 build. A rather uninteresting build in the Longhorn scheme of things. Notifs contained an icon and a timer, but no custom formatting. Well, besides the heading. But on the text itself, no bold, italic, no ink content, no small pictures nor emoticons. The sidebar contained a notifications history tile, though I never hung around long enough to check if notifs older than 7 days indeed disappeared. You could access the Rules and Alerts control panel by clicking Options, then Rules in a notification. It was not in the control panel. 4051 allows you to create a rule. For example, I created a rule for general Windows notifications with the words New Hardware. I don't want them showing on screen, nor do I want to hear a sound, because I get a lot of new hardware notifications in pre-reset Longhorn builds. The rule I set didn't seem to work though, because, hey, it's Longhorn pre-reset. Expect that it doesn't work. The Rules and Alerts control panel by default contains a rule when receiving a general Windows notification. Never show anything on screen and suppress the sound. I activated it, but deactivate Windows notification popped up anyway. You could also create an exception for a certain rule, but Explorer crashes if you click OK to save it. In short, you can't set rules for notifications. Build 4074, considered the most stable of these builds, also contains rules and alerts. Is it functional though? Currently don't have enough space for a virtual machine, so please let me know. Comment on the YT page of this video. Rules and alerts isn't new, by the way. According to Beta Archive user Maza, in Microsoft Outlook, Office, quote, examples of their use include copying or moving items based on certain conditions, unquote. But as I said in my video on the sidebar, I don't use Outlook, so I'll never be able to test that feature. The Longhorn reset then happened, and the vision for notifications, with a notification history and customizability, fell by the wayside. Vista just had the XP style notifications, just with the Vista aesthetic, white, and an icon on the left. If you wanted glass notifications, you could use Av's Glass Toasts. That site is still up after all these goddamn years. What the hell? That's a Vinesauce Joel reference. But rules and alerts? Setting up rules for notifications? The timer? Goodbye. I hate to see you go, but have a good time. Now, what about notifications in Windows 10? Notifs are solid color rectangles now. Yeah, visually stunning. You could turn on and off notifs for each app, or allow priority notifs only, or alarms only. Do not disturb, if you will. But that's system-wide, not per notif. Yeah, that's it. No way to set rules for notifs containing specific keywords or to redirect messages to a certain email address. No way to set the sound of selected notifs only at 50%. No notif history either. If I click dismiss notifs on the Action Center, they're gone forever. I don't even know if notifs contain emoticons. I don't have an instant messaging or direct messaging app installed. Why? If I can just access them through a web browser. I guess the Longhorn era vision for notifications rules and alerts will never see the light of day without WinFS. But what do you think? Microsoft has reused concepts before. Hello Activity Centers. Maybe this vision for notifs will too. Let me know by commenting on the YT page of this video. Please like and share this video across social media. Subscribe and ring the bell. Check out other Emir's Balik Tanaw / in Hindsight episodes. I made a lot on Windows. Support the show on PayPal, on Patreon, or on Brave Rewards on Brave Browser. Thank you to my sibling G-G Arts for my avatar. Check out and support her work by clicking the links on the description. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and take care.